Hamas has officially confirmed the names of 4 Israeli women soldiers who will be released from Gaza as a part of a ceasefire deal with Israel. The hostages, identified as Karina Ariev, Daniela Gilboa, Nama Levy and Liri Albag, were captured on October 7, 2023 during Hamas's attack on Israel. These women, aged 19 and 20, were serving as IDF surveillance soldiers when they were abducted by Hamas. The Hostage and Missing Families Forum confirmed their identities and announced that they would be released on Saturday. As news of the impending release spread, demonstrations erupted in Tel Aviv. Relatives of hostages still held in Gaza blocked major highways, demanding action for those who remain captive. Demonstrators expressed their frustrations for a complete resolution to the hostage situation. Following the scheduled release of the second group of hostages, Israel is now set to free another batch of Palestinian prisoners. The ceasefire agreement stipulates that for each of the female soldiers, Israel will release 50 Palestinian prisoners. Meanwhile, the ceasefire itself, which was brokered after months of on and off negotiations between Qatar, Egypt and the US, has not been enough to halt the violence entirely. While Gaza experienced a temporary pause in fighting, violence continued to flare in the West Bank. Israeli security forces have been conducting airstrikes and ground operations in the Jenin region, which is a stronghold of militant groups. In the latest, an Israeli drone strike have killed 2 people in the town of Kabatia. According to the Palestinian Health Ministry, at least 14 people have been killed since the Israeli operation began earlier this week. In Gaza, the entry of aid has increased majorly since the ceasefire began, with hundreds of truckloads of supplies arriving. However, the distribution of this aid remains a massive challenge, and that is due to the destruction of infrastructure and the collapse of law and order in the region. Meanwhile, tensions have also risen surrounding the operations of UNRWA, which is the UN agency for Palestinian refugees. Israel's UN ambassador Danny Danon, in a letter to UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres, has stated that UNRWA must end its operations and leave Jerusalem by January 30th. Well, the move comes amid growing concerns from Israel regarding the agency's activities and its role in the region. And without coordination with Israel, UNRWA will face immense challenges in continuing its work in Gaza or West Bank.